Hello and welcome back. Tonight, complimentary cheese and wine has been provided by my wonderful members and patrons. I want to give massive thanks to all of my supporting members and patrons. Thank you all so very much. Well, hopefully most of you are aware that on the 4th of December I put out this video, where I was a little miffed, shall we say, that a certain Mr. Nathan Oakley was showing intent to try and dox me. And I'm aware that some people have not come across that term before. Doxing is basically where you're trying to get hold of someone's personal information or their documents, their docs, and then you either use that personally or you release it to other people, which can cause no end of harm. Just imagine if everyone knows where you work, if everyone knows details about your family. You can only imagine what problems it could cause for you with your employer or your family relationships. Basically, it's a thoroughly disgusting practice. So what was it that Nathan did? Well, let's have a little look back. Now let's go back a bit to what really piqued my interest. So here we are a couple minutes earlier. Nathan Oakley. Has anybody looked into Mr. Sensible? Bob the pervert guy turned out to have a background in need of exposure. What's Mr. Sensible's deal? Might ask P. Mars to look at Mr. Sensible. Really, Nathan? Add on a few seconds more. Someone says Mr. Sensible looks like a closet sword swallower. And Nathan says, yeah, we will find out. Do you realise, Mr. Nathan Oakley, what you have been stupid enough to do and stupid enough to type out and broadcast to the world? Do you realise? Well, let me tell you. So after showing on the video what Nathan had done, I then discussed the various laws that his behaviour apparently breaches. During this video, I showed how easy it was to complete a police report, although I didn't submit it. I then made an offer to Nathan, an offer that many people said I really shouldn't have bothered to, but I had anyway. I gave him 14 days from the 4th of December to the end of the 18th of December to put out on his channel an apology video where he should apologise for what he did. He should explain how doxing is wrong, and he should reassure everyone that he's not going to try and go through with it. A few hours later, I posted a comment on one of his videos just to make sure that he's fully aware of the current situation. Nathan, here is notice and fair warning to you. My latest video discusses your cyberbullying / intent to gain my info / dox me. I explain the laws that this breaks and shows the partial completion of a police report. I explain I require a video apology from you and for you to cease and desist. Today is 4th December and I give you 14 days to issue the apology video as described in the video. So by the end of play, 18th December. Please see the video for full details. This message is screen capped. I don't want Nathan denying that I ever posted this message. So although it would be no excuse, I didn't want Mr. Oakley to be able to say he failed to notice my video, that he'd passed over comments made by numerous people about it, and that he hadn't read the comment that I had made directly to him. I thought the best way to avoid that sort of situation is to email him directly. To Mr. Nathan Oakley, this email is just to ensure that you are aware of my video from the 4th of December, where I show you in the live side chat, asking, encouraging, expressing an interest in getting hold of my personal details, also known as doxing. Your video was reported to YouTube for breaking the community guidelines over harassment and bullying. In my video, I also explain about the UK laws that this appears to break. I decided, in order to be reasonable, to give you a period of 14 days, up until 18th December 2020, to publish a sincere apology video. To express you apologise for doing this, to admit that it is wrong and to state that you will desist from any such attempts against myself or anybody else. You should also confirm in your apology video that you won't be going ahead with the doxing in any way, shape or form. I want you to make clear that doxing is wrong in every circumstance and that you condemn it in the strongest possible terms. I reserve the right to determine if your apology meet these criteria. As the comments you made were in public on your YouTube channel, I want your apology in public on your YouTube channel as well. You will also agree that I can mirror or include that apology on my channel in order to preserve it against any future denial. Once your apology is public, you can email me to this address so that I'm aware of it. If such a video is not published by yourself by the end of the 18th December, I hereby give you clear and formal notice that I will be handing the matter to the police. Lots and lots of love, Mr. Sensible. So the email I sent to Nathan was calm, polite and professional. I laid out clearly the situation and what he would need to do to rectify it. All I needed to do now was wait for his response. Parallax.
Mr. Sensible, you have mail.
Pardon?
You have mail.
I've got mail. Let's have a look. Oh, I think I better share this with you. This is the email I received from Mr. Nathan Oakley in response to my polite email. I received this on the 8th of December at 18 minutes past 11 in the morning. Dear Mr. Sensible, I only have one request. I would like you to come to my house, suck on my balls and give me good eye contact as you do so. I may or may not want my wife to watch. Once this has been done, I will consider reading your below email. Kindest regards, Nathan. P.S. The eye contact is not negotiable. Well, it's obvious that Nathan's going to be feeling a bit butthurt about this whole situation. This was only 4 days after I had issued my video. He still had another 10 days. So I thought I would leave it and wait. Time flies on, and we finally reached the 18th of December at the very, very end of the day. And what had happened? Oakley. Video. Apology, Mr. Sensible, apology. Nothing. Zilch. Zip. Nada. Nathan Oakley, you were given 14 days. You were reminded with comments by myself and other people. I sent you an email which you replied to. In a manner of speaking, you were fully aware. The time is now up. Now we take it to the next stage. Evening, officer. I'd like to make a report, please, of a crime. It's not happening right now, no. Has the suspect left something at the scene? Bodily fluids? I hope not. Let's say no. Yeah, it was indeed online. Well, it's doxing, which is a form of cyberbullying. Do I know where the offender was when this happened? Yes, I think so. But we're going to skip past because we wouldn't want to dox you now, would we, Nathan? Let's start. Oh, I don't think we'll show you all my details. We wouldn't want that now, would we, my precious? My role, yeah, I was the victim in this. Am I under 18? No, just over. No other crimes in the past 12 months. Health, mobility, welfare issues that make it more difficult? No. Do I have a disability? Well, not anything that's anyone's business, so I think I'd prefer not to say. Ethnic background, again, makes no difference, so I prefer not to say. So did I do any of the following before? No, this is the first time. If I couldn't use the website yet, I'd have called 101. Has anyone reported this already? No, don't think so. When did it happen? Well, your video came out on the 27th, I think it was, 27th of November. So what happened? Well, let's see. Mr. Nathan Oakley has a YouTube channel, and let's whiz forward because it's a whole load of typing. If anyone wants to see, they can always pause the video and see what I said. Oh, but here are the 3 specific comments that he made that I perceive as a doxing attempt. Has anybody looked into Mr. Sensible? Bob the pervert guy turned out to have a background in need of exposure. What's Mr. Sensible's deal? Might ask P. Mars to look at Mr. Sensible, and yeah, we'll find out. See, this is all very silly, Nathan, because not only is this behaviour unacceptable, and as I've said, I believe breaks the law, it's all documented. We're talking comments in videos. We're talking about videos themselves. We're talking about emails. All electronic evidence that shows what you have done. There's no getting away from this now, Nathan. None at all. So all we have to do now is pop in the suspect details. No, I don't know him, but I have some of his details. So decisions. Has that made you feel a little uncomfortable, Nathan, seeing that crime report filled in before your very eyes? You have made myself and other people feel uncomfortable. Doxing is never, ever, ever acceptable. You can attack our arguments. That's fine. That's welcome. That is expected. Attacking us personally in respect of our real lives, no. As I said in my previous video, that appears to be breaching several laws. So you've been taken to the very edge. Is this a lesson that you have learnt? I can hear people saying, no, do it, Mr. Sensible, do it. And do you know what? I despise bullies, I despise bullying, and I don't accept bullying. Yes, we're going to do it right here, right now. I can confirm that that report was filed with the police at approximately midnight, 00:30 on the 19th of December, just after the 14-day time period I gave you, Mr. Oakley, expired. At any point in that time, you could have issued the apology video and made this all go away, but you didn't want to. While filming this, and it's the 21st of December, while filming this, I was interrupted by a phone call. That phone call was from an officer. I have now completed a statement. Doxing affects people, it affects me, it affects others. It affects people's real lives. Mr. Oakley, you are about to find out that this has, for you, got very real. So when I come across bullying...
Mr. Sensible.
Sorry, excuse me.
You have mail.
I have got an email. I've got a crime number. Now that is totally official, I won't be discussing any of the ins and outs of what's happening. Immediately after this live premiere, I'll be hosting a live stream where we can discuss doxing and this situation. I put a link to it up there. I hope you'll join me. Until next time, stay sensible.
Shut up and sit down.